Hello there. Well, when I was coming up to retirement, I used to daydream a bit. Nothing over the top, just the odd thought now and again about what I'm going to do with my time when I stopped work. When the work stopped for me. My retirement. Hiking. Walking more. Spending proper time at the allotment. Learning how to grow things properly instead of just fitting it in when I could. Getting my camera out again. Going outdoors, taking photographs, being in nature. Camping. Oh yeah, I was going to do loads of camping. Taking the canoe out, especially on a lovely day. And even this YouTube. Having a go at doing a bit of video. And I had all these ideas in my head. No big plans, just things I enjoyed, but never quite had enough time for whilst I was working. Because like most people, life just gets in the way. Work fills your days, responsibilities come first, and there's always something else to do. So those hobbies were always there. The interests were always there, but it was never full on. It was something that I just dipped into when I could. And I used to think, when I retire, I'm really going to get into all of that. Oh yeah, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Well no, I still do these things. I spend time on the allotment. I get the camera out now and again. I go camping. In fact, I've got one planned for June. And I'll say this straight, I think retirement is great. I really, really do. But what surprised me is this. It hasn't turned out into a busy list of things to get through. You know, I'm not rushing about trying to fit everything in. I'm not treating my, if you like, hobbies as another job. Oh, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. I'm just, doing them as and when. Some days, in fact, now the weather's a lot finer and things are growing, and I've got things to sow and more things to plant out, I'll be going down to the allotment. Other days, I'll go for a walk. Sometimes I'll pick up my camera. Sometimes I won't. No, that suits me because I think that's something you only really understand once you get there. When you're working, time feels limited. So you think, when I've got the time, I'm going to do everything. And you build it up in your head. All the things you're going to pack into your days. But when you actually have the time, you realise something. You don't need to. You don't need to fill every minute. You don't need to be continuously or constantly doing something. You can just take it as it comes. And I think that's one of the biggest changes. I don't have to live to a schedule now. There's no alarm clocks at daft o'clock. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. When I was working, I'd tell you exactly what we're doing. Going to work. And as I say, my schedule now is where there's no rush. There's no pressure to be anywhere. No feeling of having to get things done before the day runs out. The only real plans out I make now For example, when we're going away on holiday, I'll go away on such a date and such a month, and things like that. Or I might be doing something tomorrow. For example, tomorrow I'm going down to the allotment and I'm doing some planting out. I've got some strawberries to plant out. I've got some onion sets to actually plant out. I might even sow some more carrots. I might do some more weeding, more than like. I've got some potting to do. I've got to sort my greenhouse out. So I've got my plan for tomorrow, and that's what I'll do. Now I'm not going to set my time and go, all right, I'll get out of bed at 7:30 and that's me, have something to eat and I'll get down to that allotment and I'll spend 6 hours there. Because I'll spend as long as I want there. If I get fed up after a couple of hours, I'm coming home. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet if I do come home. And that's about it. That's it for me. Now, during the week, there's only one regular thing in the week, and that's a Tuesday morning. We go and visit a friend in a care home. Now that matters, and that's something I wouldn't miss. But apart from that, everything, all the rest of my time is open. And instead of feeling empty, it feels like freedom. It really does. And I think that's the difference between what I expected and what it's actually like. I thought I'd be busy all the time, filling the days in, all the things I never had the time for. But what actually happened is, I slowed down. Not in a bad way though. It's just, I guess, natural. I'd still do things I enjoy, but I do them differently, without pressure, without feeling like I have to make the most of every second. Some days are fun, some days are quiet, and that's fine. Not because it's about filling the time anymore. It's about living it. And to be honest, that's better than anything I imagined before I retired. So in the meantime, thanks for watching and take care. Bye now. Bye bye.